We didn't start talking suddenly. We just talked around the truth. I felt the warmth leave the room before I knew what to do. You smiled the way you always did, said everything was fine, but something soft inside of me. Your love was losing time. I thought crying meant we were okay, that calm was something strong. I didn't know silence could be where love goes wrong. This is where love started to feel quiet, not broken, just unsure. I was reaching for connection, you were closing the door. We stayed gentle, stayed polite, never naming the truth. This is where love started to feel quiet, and I started losing you. We stopped sharing little thoughts, stopped asking how we changed. I carried whole conversations you never held me said. I learned how to read your pauses, the space before replies. I felt alone beside you and still told myself lies. I confused peace with safety, routine with something real. I didn't know love faith is a way when no one says how they feel. This is where love started to feel quiet, like it didn't wanna stay. I was holding on and meeting, you were drifting away. We didn't fight for closeness, we didn't ask for proof. This is where love started to feel quiet and slipped out of you. You watched me lower my voice, never asked me why. You stayed comfortable and calm on something in me died. I was breaking without noise, calling distance tried. You didn't leave me suddenly, you left me over time. This is where love started to feel quiet, and now I see clear. Love shouldn't make you disappear. Where someone's dear, I won't stay with silence for patience. Everything I need. This is where love started to feel quiet, and where I chose to live. I don't regret the love we had, I regret what we denied. This is where love started to feel quiet, and where I learned to listen inside. You smiled the way you always do, like nothing's changed at all. But something in the air between us didn't answer when I called. I watched you sit on your face, perfect, practiced, clean. But the warmth I used to feel stopped somewhere in between. I told myself I was imagining that love just learns new ways. Well, my chest felt colder every time your smile stayed the same. Your smile didn't reach me, didn't feel like home. I was standing right beside you, feeling on my own. I kept reading meaning into it. You weren't trying to give, your smile didn't reach me, and that's how I knew what this is. You smiled to keep things easy, to make the moment pass. I smiled back to protect us from questions we didn't ask. I noticed how I started shrinking, trying not to ask why. I stayed loyal to the memory while you live fine inside. I confused kindness with connection, familiar with real. I didn't know a smile could stay, and still now your smile didn't reach me. Now when things got deep, you wore it like a shield, for feelings wouldn't speak. I was holding on to closeness, you were holding space. Your smile didn't reach me, and I felt myself. You watched me down my words, never asked me why. You let that smile soften me while something in me died. I was breaking without noise, still meeting you halfway. You didn't lie with words to me, you lied with weight you couldn't say. Your smile didn't reach me, and now I understand. Love doesn't have behind expressions, it doesn't bear. I won't stay where warmth is shown, but never truly felt. Your smile didn't reach me, so I chose myself. I don't hate the way you smile, I hate what it became. Your smile did age me, and that's where I'll hope to wait. We were good at beginnings, strong at holding on, but somewhere in the ordinary, the balance was gone. We talked about the future, remembered where we'd been, but no one noticed what was breaking in between. I thought love lived in extremes, in the highs and the lows. I didn't know the middle mattered until they let us go. We lost the middle, the effort, the care, the checking in when nothing was wrong, just knowing you're there. We kept the start and the ending, but forgot how to stay. We lost the middle, and love slipped away. We stopped asking small questions, stopped meeting halfway. We handled the big moments, but let the rest decay. I felt us drift in silence, day by careful day. We didn't fall apart loudly, we faded that way. I confused stability with love, routine was being real. I didn't know the middle was where hearts heal. We lost the middle, where honesty lives. We're showing up daily is how love gives. We stay colliding, patient, caught distance being brave. We lost the middle, and nothing was safe. You watched me carry consistency while yours fell behind. You showed up for the highlights, not the in-between times. I was breaking in the ordinary, that's the hardest truth. You didn't stop loving suddenly, you just stopped loving through. We lost the middle, and now I see clear. Love isn't built on moments, it's built on being here. I won't stay where it disappears. Between start and end, you lost the middle, and I won't lose myself again. I don't regret how much I tried, I regret what we dismissed. We lost the middle, didn't know that was everything we missed. I stayed a little longer than I should, hoping you'd see the signs. I changed my tone, I changed my pace, left pieces of me behind. I thought if I stayed consistent, if I loved you just right, you'd finally look my way and feel what I hide. I didn't wanna beg for care or point to what was true. I thought love would notice effort without being told to. I waited for you to notice every quiet thing I gave. I was showing up in silence while you looked the other way. I didn't ask for grand gestures, just presence, just proof. I waited for you to notice, but you never moved. I softened every feeling so it wouldn't scare you off. I learned how to carry distance and call that being strong. I watched you stay comfortable while I tried to be seen. I was loving you carefully, you were barely leaning in. I confused patience with devotion, waiting with being kind. I didn't know love shouldn't feel this invisible inside. I waited for you to notice the way I stayed awake, the effort I kept offering for us to stay the same. I lowered all my expectations just to keep you close. I waited for you to notice and lost myself the most. You watched me grow quiet, for you to notice, but love shouldn't work that way. It shouldn't make you disappear just to make someone stay. I won't wait to be recognized by someone who wants you. I waited for you to notice. I'm done waiting on you. I'm noticing me too. Nothing was broken on the surface, nothing loud or clear, but I felt a small resistance every time I held you near. We laughed like we always did, kept the rhythm going on, but something in my chest kept saying, this doesn't sit right for long. I told myself love isn't perfect, that doubt is just a phase, but my heart kept leaning sideways in familiar ways. Love felt slightly wrong, not enough to run, but enough to make me question what we become. I couldn't name the feeling, couldn't prove it true. Love felt slightly wrong every time I reached for you. I started second guessing comfort, wondering why peace felt thin. I noticed how I stayed alert instead of settling in. I adjusted how much I asked for, told myself this was grown, but love shouldn't feel like balancing on something unknown. I confused calm with connection, routine with something real. I didn't know love could stay polite and still not heal. Love felt slightly wrong, like a shoe that didn't fit. I kept walking in it anyway, called it plain commitment. I stayed because nothing hurt enough to force me to move on. Love felt slightly wrong, and I ignored it too long. You watched me die by instincts, never asked me why. You stay comfortable, ignoble, while something in me cried. I was breaking in small moments, calling that being strong. You didn't hurt me deeply, you just stayed while it felt wrong. Love felt slightly wrong, and now I trust that voice. Love shouldn't feel like convincing yourself it's the right choice. I won't cry in my intuition just to belong. Love felt slightly wrong, and that was enough to be gone. I don't regret the love I gave, I regret what I dismissed. I felt slightly wrong, and now I finally listen. try to say it gently before the nights got heavy. I spoke in careful sentences, hoping you were ready. I said I was getting tired, I said I felt alone. You heard the sound of my voice, but not the weight I carried home. I kept lowering the volume, thinking that would help you see. I didn't know being clear would come too late for me. You heard me late after I'd gone quiet inside, but my asking turned to distance, and my trying finally died. I needed you when I was reaching, knowing I'd already changed. You heard me late, and that's what hurts the same. You started asking questions when I stopped explaining why. You noticed something missing when I no longer tried. I had already accepted what you were just learning then. I was done asking to be seen when you leaned in again. I confused patience with hope, waiting with being kind. I didn't know understanding could arrive behind time. You heard me there when the feeling had passed. You reached for what we used to be, but I was past the past. I wasn't closing up from you, I was closing a door. You heard me late after I couldn't give more. You watched me fade in real time, never asked me why. You feel safe in the quiet while something in me died. I was breaking without noise, still hoping you choose. You didn't ignore me forever, you just listened too late. You heard me late, and now I understand. Love can miss its moment, even when it's close at hand. I won't reopen old wounds just to feel you near. You heard me late, and I finally hear myself clear. I don't hate that you listened, I hate when it came through. You heard me late, and I chose me over waiting for you. I learned to be easy with my feelings, to laugh when something hurt. I stopped bringing heavy questions, so nothing would alert. I learned which truths felt safer, which parts to keep inside. I learned to be agreeable just to keep us aligned. I thought love meant flexibility, that less of me was kind. I didn't know being easy meant leaving myself behind. I learned to be easy so you wouldn't pull away. I softened every honest thought I wanted to say. I wasn't trying to disappear, I was trying to stay. paid for it every day. Alone, not to ask for too much, not to need you out loud. I wrap my hurt in calm replies and call that being proud. I smiled through the moments I should have been held through. I learned how to make things simple, even when they weren't true. I confused low maintenance with being understood. I didn't know love shouldn't feel this muted or subdued. I learned to be easy, even when I was breaking. I turned longing into patience for the love I was chasing. I kept lowering the volume with everything I need. I learned to be easy and forgot how to breathe. You watched me carry the quiet, never asked me why. You benefited from my comfort while something in me died. I was shrinking in real time, calling it being kind. You didn't ask me to be easy, I learned it to survive. Teaching the heart to bear. I still believe in gentleness, but not at my own cost. I learned to be easy, and that's what I lost. I don't regret the care I gave, I regret what it became. I learned to be easy. Now saying my name. Talked about the day we had, the little things that now, but every time the future came up, we both knew how. I noticed how plans stayed short, never passed tonight. I felt the space where hope should sit, but stayed polite. I thought living in the moment meant we were doing it right. I didn't know avoiding tomorrow was already goodbye. We didn't share tomorrow, we stayed inside today. I was looking for something lasting, you were passing time away. I wanted more than what was easy to borrow. We didn't share tomorrow, and that said it all. You never asked about my plans, I'll never push you to stay. We learned how not to dream too far, so nothing will break. I watched myself shrink the future to fit what you could give. I stopped talking about forever just to keep us living. I confused being present with being afraid to choose. I didn't know love needs direction, not just truth to lose. We didn't share tomorrow, didn't build ago we denied, we didn't shed a moan, and that's where love quietly died. Some days you showed up fully, asked how I'd been, stay close. Other days I felt invisible, like I imagined us both. I learned not to expect too much, not to lean in when you've been. I never knew which version of you the night would send. I told myself love has seasons, that distance comes and goes. I get it, no uncertainty could live this close. Your care came and went, like it had its own time. I was loving you consistently, while you stayed undecided. I never knew when I could lean in, or when I'd be alone. Your care came and went, and I felt it in my bones. You listened when it was convenient, pulled back when it got deep. I'll stay steady in the middle, while your effort fell asleep. I started pacing my emotions, saving truth for safer days. I was always adjusting to the space you made. I confused unpredictability with something intense and real. I didn't know love shouldn't feel this conditional. You can't do it, not cruel, just functional. I was asking for something steady you couldn't secure. Stay loyal up to the feeling, you stay loyal to your space. Your care came and went and wore down my faith. Watch me lower expectations, never ask me why. You took comfort in my patience, while something in me died. I was breaking without noise, still grateful for the least. You didn't hurt me with absence, you hurt me with a release. Your care came and went, and now I know the truth. Love doesn't arrive occasionally. If it's meant to choose, I won't wait for consistency from someone passing through. Your care came and went, so I finally moved to. And I hate that you try sometimes. I hate how unsure it felt. Your chair came and that shows myself instead. I used to speak without thinking, say your name without doubt. But somewhere in the comfort, I learned to filter myself out. I feel my chest stay guarded, even when you were near. I didn't know when love gets quiet, it's usually fear. I told myself I was overthinking, that this was just a phase. But my heart kept racing every time you stayed the same. Love stopped feeling safe, not loud, not cruel. I was choosing every word so I wouldn't lose you. I didn't feel held anymore, I felt carefully placed. Love stopped feeling safe, and I couldn't unfeel that change. I noticed how I hesitated before saying what I need. I learned how to stay agreeable so nothing would bleed. I watched myself grow smaller just to keep us intact. I stay calm on the outside while my heart pulled back. I confused silence with ease, caution with being kind. I didn't know love shouldn't make you had your own mind. Love stopped feeling safe, like honesty had a price. I was walking on something thin, afraid it wouldn't survive. I kept choosing comfort over what felt true. Love stopped feeling safe, and I knew what I had to do. You watched me dating myself, never asked me why. You felt better in my quiet while something in me died. I was breaking without noise, calling distance calm. You didn't have me with anger, you had me by not being strong. Love stopped feeling safe, and now I trust that side. Love shouldn't make you hold your breath or erase your spine. I won't stay where my heart has to brace itself to stay. Love stopped feeling safe when that's where I worked away. I don't regret the love I gave, I regret what it became. Love stopped feeling safe, and I chose myself again. I kept my tone the same as always, left at the right times too. But something underneath the surface was moving away from you. I noticed how the air felt different, how closeness learned to drift. I didn't say a word about it, I smiled through the shift. I told myself it wasn't real, that love just bends and sways. But my heart felt the distance long before it showed on your face. I smiled through the shift, pretended I was fine. I felt note and change out loud, while everything changed inside. I kept the peace, kept the rhythm, didn't question what it meant. I smiled through the shift and slowly lost my footing. I learned how to read your pauses, the way you look away. I softened all my reactions so nothing would break. I stayed light, stayed agreeable, stayed easy to be with. I was adjusting to the distance, smiling through the shift. I could just calm with hostage, silence with being strong. I didn't know you could feel this much and still pretend nothing's wrong. I smiled through the shit, through the nights that felt unsure. I was standing next to you, feeling farther than before. I didn't want to ask the questions, I was scared to know the end. Smiled through the shift and caught it being patient. You watched me keep it together, never asked me why. You took comfort in my calm route. Something in me died. I was baking without noise, all in on this peace. You didn't cross the distance, you just didn't stop it from happening. I slipped through the shift, but I won't do that again. Love shouldn't make you disappear, just to help it stand. I won't hide my intuition or something every truth. I smiled through the shit, now I'm choosing what's true. I don't regret the smile I wore, I regret what it hid. I smiled through the shit, now I'm done pretending. We chose careful words at dinner, smiled when things felt off. We talked around the real feelings, like that would hold us up. I noticed how honesty paused every time it got too close. We kept things light on purpose so nothing would explode. I thought being gentlemen love, the silence kept us kind. I didn't know avoiding truth was leaving us behind. We avoided the truth softly, like it wouldn't hurt that way. I was feeling us fall apart while you looked okay. We stayed calm, stayed understanding, never named what we knew. We avoided the truth softly and still lost you. I learned which thoughts to swallow, which feelings not to bring. I watched myself protect your peace at the cost of everything. You stay comfortable and quiet, I stay careful not to ask. We built a fragile balance out of everything we maxed. I confused being patient with being truly strong. I didn't know love weakens when truth stays gone. hurt me by not showing up. We avoided the truth softly, and now I see it clear. Love doesn't stay alive when honesty disappears. I won't choose peace, may cost my voice, or coffee being kind. We avoided the truth softly and left ourselves behind. That's how love slipped away. Didn't happen in one night. There was no clear goodbye, just longer pauses in your voice and shorter time in your eyes. You were still here, still calling, still saying we were fine, but I felt you leaving quietly, 1 inch at a time. I told myself I was imagining that love just changes shape. I didn't know slow distance could hurt this way. Your distance grew slowly, so I learned to wait. I kept adjusting the heart to every shift you made. I didn't notice the moment I stopped being your play. Your distance grew slowly, and I stayed anyway. You leaned in when it was easy, pulled back when it got real. I learned which parts of me to hide, so nothing you'd feel. I called it being patient, called it being mature. I didn't know love shouldn't feel this unsure. I confused knowing you're rhythm with understanding you. I didn't see I was adapting to less than true. Your distance grew slowly, day by careful day. I was still reaching for closeness. You were drifting away. I lowered every expectation just to make it through. Your distance grew slowly, and so did the truth. You asked me stop asking, never asked me why. You felt safe in the space between us, all softening me down. I was breaking without noise, calling this being kind. You're gonna leave me suddenly, you left me over time. Your distance grew slowly, and now I see clear. I don't hate how you pulled away. I hate how long I stayed. Your distance grew slowly, and that's how I learned to walk away. I used to stay where things felt small, call patience being strong. I thought holding on was love, even when it felt wrong. I learned how to minimize myself, how to wait without a sound. Something in me kept whispering, this isn't where you're found. I thought love meant staying still, proving I could endure. I didn't know real love never asked you to shrink or bend. Love didn't hold me back, it showed me where I was stuck. It told me I deserve more than almost and not enough. I didn't lose myself walking away, I finally slept on track. Love didn't hold me back, it showed me how to act. I stopped confusing comfort with something meant to grow. I saw how fear was keeping me in places I outgrew. I wasn't scared of being alone, I was scared of staying small. I realized love shouldn't feel like a quiet fall. I confused attachment with meaning, routine with something true. I didn't know love could exist, it still asked me to move. Love didn't hold me back, it cleared my line of sight. It showed me staying silent wasn't being kind. I didn't walk away from love, I walked toward myself. Love didn't hold me back, it released me from the shell. You watched me living my dreams, never asked me why. You stayed comfortable with love while something in me died. I was breaking without noise, calling that being fair. Love didn't fail me here, it wasn't really there. Love didn't hold me back, it asked me to be whole. Love doesn't cage your heart or ask it to go cold. I won't confuse fear with faith, my silence with respect. Love didn't hold me back, it showed me what to protect. Taught me how to choose. I didn't need the perfect words or something big to prove. I just needed to feel like you were choosing me too. I stayed available, stayed open, made space whenever you'd call. hope it never would need me, but it never did at all. I told myself love isn't equal, that patience shows what's true. And I didn't know how lonely it feels when only one heart chooses. I miss being chosen, not just kept around. I miss feeling like a priority, not an option you put down. I didn't want perfection, I just wanted to know that when it came to loving me, you wouldn't hesitate or go. You stay close enough to keep me, far enough not to commit. I learned how to read the difference between effort and habit. I watch myself adjust again, lowering what I need. I was loyal to the feeling you were comfortable with me. I confused being patient with being unseen. I didn't know love could stay, it's still for the same complete. I miss being chosen in the simple everyday, in the way you show up, not just the things you say. I was standing right in front of you, doing all I could do. I miss being chosen by you. You watch me keep believing, never asked what it cost. You let me get without question, while pieces of me were lost. I was breaking without knowing, still calling this love. You didn't refuse to choose me, you just never chosen love. I miss being chosen, and I see the clear. Love doesn't make you present if you're mad when you're near. I won't stay where we're optional, the way to be pursued. I miss being chosen, so I finally chose me too. I don't regret the love I gave, I regret what I excuse. I miss being chosen. Now I know what love should do. We noticed things were slipping, but never said a word. I felt the space grow wider and everything unheard. We stayed calm, stayed careful, didn't want to begin. I thought quiet meant protection, I didn't know it led us thin. I told myself this was patience, that time was straighten us out. I didn't know not speaking was choosing though. We let silence win every time we paused. I was waiting for the truth, you avoided the cost. We didn't fight for closeness, didn't make a sound. We let silence win and love went down. We stopped asking how I was. I stopped telling you the truth. We learned how to stay polite instead of breaking through. I carried words that needed air. You seemed fine with none. We didn't lose each other loudly. We let silence win. I confused being peaceful with being strong. I didn't know love weakens when quiet goes on too long. We let silence win, chose comfort over clear. I was hoping you'd lean in. You stayed right here. We let days speak for us, let distance move in. We let silence win again and again. You watched me stop reaching, never asked me why. You felt relief in my quiet. I stopped beating me down. I was breaking without noise, calling numbness calm. You didn't leave me suddenly. We just stopped holding on. We let silence win, and now I see the truth. Love doesn't survive on quiet when honesty's refused. I won't hide behind me. They cost me everything. We let silence win, and that's what ended things. I don't regret trying to stay gentle. I regret what we delayed. We let silence win, and love slipped away. I didn't leave with slam doors, didn't raise my voice. I listened to the quiet truth and finally made a choice. I saw what wasn't changing, felt what I couldn't deny. I stayed kind to the ending, even when it made me cry. I thought softness meant staying, letting things slide. I didn't know softness could mean walking away with my pride. I walked away still soft, still open, still me. I didn't harden my heart just to finally be free. I didn't turn my love to stone or pretend I felt strong. I walked away still soft, knowing staying was wrong. I didn't need you to change, didn't ask for repair. I just needed love that showed up and met me there. I stopped explaining my needs, stopped hoping you'd try. I chose peace over proving confused endurance with love, silence with grace. I didn't know self-respect could look like this place. I walked away still soft. I bit up more close. I didn't let disappointment decide who I'd be exposed. I held on to my gentleness, even when love went wrong. I walked away still soft, and that's what kept me strong. You watched me get without limits, never asked what it cost. You stayed comfortable with less while something in me was lost. I was breaking without noise, still choosing to be kind. You didn't make me hard to love, I just stopped leaving me behind. I walked away still stalled, and I won't apologize. Love shouldn't make you disappear, teach your heart to hide. I won't trade my tenderness for someone unsure. I walked away still soft, and I'm stronger for sure. Don't regret how deeply I loved. I remember I stayed too long. I walked away still soft, and carried myself on. You didn't disappear suddenly, you faded day by day. I noticed how the quiet stayed longer when you went away. I stopped checking for your presence, stopped asking if you called. Your absence didn't shock me, that's what scared me most of all. I thought missing you would hurt more, that I'd feel something sharp. I didn't know getting used to less would harden my heart. Your absence felt normal, like something I learned to live with. I stopped expecting you to show up, oh, wondering what this is. I felt alone even when you stayed, so leaving felt the same. Your absence felt normal, and they told me everything. You stayed close in the easiest ways, pulled back when it got real. I learned how to sit with distance and call it how love feels. I adjusted all my expectations, lowered what I need. I didn't see how comfortable I'd become with being unseen. I confused familiarity with something meant to last. I didn't know love can feel present and still feel like the past. Your absence felt normal, not painful, just clear. I was already without you, even when you were near. I stopped reaching for connection. You felt safe in my quiet while something in me died. I was brave and someone present. That's the hardest kind of love. You didn't leave me suddenly. I just got used to the call. Your absence felt normal, and now I see the truth. Love shouldn't train your heart to expect being moved. I won't stay where missing someone feels easier than staying close. Your absence felt normal, so I finally let go. I don't hate how you pulled away. I hate how long I tried. Your absence felt normal, and that's when I chose my life. I've loved from the edge too long, leaning more than standing still. I gave and gave without checking if you ever met me halfway there. I thought love meant overreaching, proving how deep I could go. I didn't know how tired I was until I finally slowed. I told myself unbalance was normal, that effort doesn't divide. I didn't know peace feels different when both hearts try. My heart wants balance, not control, not fear. Not one of us disappearing just to keep the other near. I don't want love that leans too hard or asks me to collapse. My heart wants balance, and I won't apologize for that. I don't wanna guess your feelings or carry them alone. I don't wanna be the only one turning effort into home. I want truth that shows up daily, not only when it's safe. I've learned love shouldn't feel like something I must negotiate. I confuse intensity with depth, routine with being true. I didn't know love feels lighter when it's shared by two. My heart wants balance, consistency and care. I don't wanna beg for presence or wonder if you're there. I won't trade my inner calm for something out of sync. My heart wants balance, so now I stop and think. I stayed where effort wasn't leaving, call that being kind. I make space for your comfort while abandoning mine. I was breaking in the ordinary, not the loudest fights. You didn't hurt me with cruelty, you hurt me with endurance. My heart wants balance, and I know the cost. Love shouldn't make you smarter or treat effort as a loss. Found love on the margins, a way to be alive. My heart wants balance, bend. My heart wants guns, and that's where healing went. I've lived inside the tension, trying to read your mind, measuring every feeling, sure nothing crossed the line. I carried all the questions, held them quietly in my chest. I didn't know how heavy that was until I chose to rest. I felt love meant staying alert, ready to fix the storm. I didn't know peace could feel like this, without someone to perform for. This is me choosing calm, not because I don't care, but because my heart deserves something lighter than fear. I'm done living on edges, done bracing for pain. This is me choosing calm and walking away clean. I'd only play every moment now, or quite short and missed. I stopped asking silence to explain what it is. I don't need reassurance, it comes too late, just stay. I learned love shouldn't cost this much just to feel okay. I confuse intensity with depth, chaos with something real. I didn't know calm could feel this strong until I let myself in. This is me choosing calm over almost and maybe. I go on love that keeps me guessing or leaves me shaky. I won't soften every truth just to keep someone near. This is me choosing calm, listening to what's clear. I stay where my love is system never got to rest. Calling anxiety passion, calling stress a test. Oh, I was breaking in quiet ways, still saying I was fine. You didn't steal my peace from me, I just stopped giving you more. This is me choosing calm, and I won't feel the same. Love shouldn't feel like survival or something to tame. I'm not afraid of being alone. If alone means I'm free, this is me choosing calm and finally choosing me. I don't regret the love I gave, I regret where I stayed too long. This is me choosing calm, and that choice feels strong.